Hi, welcome back to another episode of the Fletch Podcast. Your hosts, Justin Mulvaney and Brooks Benson. Brooks, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
Now say
How
what's up.
is everyone doing? What's up, everybody?
Now say how you doing.
Hey, Dan. Hey.
How is Brooksy?
That's going to be next. I'm okay. I am ready to get this next Saturday done and over with. I'm ready for it to be here. I'm excited for it. It's going to be a fun day. You will be there. I'm getting married. Finally. And finally. So hopefully that day goes much better than my elk season. So,
well, we'll do a pre-wedding highlight. What are we looking forward to? What can the guests be expecting? No spoilers. We don't want any spoilers, but any.
No.
Wow, I'm forgetting the word that I'm looking for, but the highlight before not the prequel, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this: the ceremony walk-in song is going to be phenomenal.
Oh,
you really got to listen to it.
Okay.
So you'll see. It's going to be great. I'm actually fired up for it. Other than that, it's going to be really nice. Backdrop's going to be in the mountains, the San Juan Mountains to be exact, here in Colorado. And for those of you who don't know what the San Juans are, it's essentially southwest Colorado. It's some of the most gorgeous peaks you'll probably see in the world. You have Telluride down there. We're getting married in Ridgeway, which is about 45 minutes from Telluride. It's the actual, if you're coming from Denver, it's the turnoff to go to Telluride. So unless you want to take Imogene Pass over the mountain from Ouray, there's really only one way to get to Telluride. So Imogene Pass requires off-road vehicle. So, and that's only summer. You cannot do it during the winter time. Then Ouray is just south of there. It's known as the Switzerland of America.
Fancy.
And then very fancy. Other than that, I think it's gonna be a pretty good night. We're gonna have we got a DJ. We got some good songs lined up. We got some guys coming in. I think we got about, with photographer and DJ, I think we have 82 guests total. So pretty decent size. Kept it under 120, which was our goal. We invited 228, more than 100 and some odd declined, and we had 15 or 20 people did not RSVP, so they better not show up.
Fingers crossed they don't.
Please don't, because I will be furious. And then other than that, I'm trying to think. I don't want to sound like I didn't want all those people there, but It's great that it's only 82 and not 228 like we wanted.
Yeah.
To start. Just a lot of money, as you know. You've had a wedding.
Yeah.
So I unfortunately could not make it to that one. Sucks.
Lame.
Sad, but it was super lame. I was coaching an 18U team at the time, and I could not leave, unfortunately.
Didn't even win with them.
Oh, dude. They were a good group of kids. They just had a lot growing up to do.
Classic.
So, yep. So if they're listening to this, I hope you're grown up by now.
Doubt it.
One of you guys. I think actually one might listen. I'm not going to say his name, but I think he's kind of into the hunting space, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's listening.
Oh,
so
cool.
If you know who you are, I like you.
Reach out to Brooks. Let him know.
Well, yeah, let me know if you even hear this, if you listen to this.
If you used to play for Brooks, this message is for you. Reach out.
Yes. So I'll say this live. I know we're tight. So the wedding ends at 10. Chelsea, for some reason, was like wanting it to end at like 10:30, 11. I was like, no. We're ending the party at 10 o'clock. And then we're going to take the party to another bar just inside town.
Oh.
So everyone's invited to that. We're going to go. Let me look it up. I wonder if anyone notices, I switched to my computer today.
Yeah, the watchers, the viewers should notice maybe a little difference in angle, quality, whatever.
Probably not quality, but angle-wise.
Yeah.
It is called Steps Tavern, right in Ridgeway. We'll probably go to there after. Chelsea has no idea I'm saying this, but we're gonna do it because I said so. So
there you go.
And we'll probably go there. It's really the only like bar that's open late in town anyway. Ridgeway is very small, so they're gonna be like, "Who the hell are these people?" But that's okay. We'll probably do that the night before too, after the rehearsal dinner, because obviously not everyone's invited to the rehearsal dinner. Unfortunately, as I would love all of you and all my buddies to come to the rehearsal dinner, but it is unfortunately for bridal party and family only.
Yep.
So
that's the way it goes.
Just that's the way it goes. I hope everyone understands, but we will go out to that bar afterwards so we all can still hang out. I know, Justin, you're going to be driving in Saturday morning, so that does not concern you, unfortunately.
Yep, we got to work Friday and then catch not the latest flight out, but it actually isn't really that late, but catch a late-ish flight to Denver Friday, and then we're going to stay at my sister's Friday night and then book it Saturday morning out that way, and then we'll check into the hotel on the way out there. I forget. I think we're staying in Montrose, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, we're not staying in Ridgeway. We're staying somewhere else, and then so we'll check in on our way into the wedding, drop our stuff off, go have a hell of a time, and then once the party is over, we're booking it right back. I think my flight's like mid-afternoon Sunday. So,
dang, yeah, you guys are gonna have to hustle.
Yep. So it's a quick jaunt, but it'll be worth it. It'll be fun.
Hey, we appreciate you guys coming out.
Yeah,
we're glad you guys can come out.
Yeah, no, it'll be fun. Gotta go see my buddy Brooks say his vows in person.
I got you sitting at the same table as Jason and Joel. So
hell yeah, we can talk shop.
Yep. And then who else? Corey Voss, I believe, is at your table.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
We're gonna be the fun table.
You guys are gonna be the fun table. I'm gonna have to look at the tables again. But yeah, I know when Chelsea she did all the pairing and everything, and she goes, well, "How does this look?" And she goes, "Is it okay if Justin's with Jason?" I'm like, "They know each other very well. You're fine."
That's A-okay.
Yep. So, yep. Oh, and Cole is at the table too.
Oh.
That's who I was missing.
Sweet.
Cole.
The gang.
Yep. Yeah, Cole will be there. The Fast Gang will be there. And then it'll be a grand time.
Sweet.
We're gonna go fishing Saturday morning at Ridgeway State Park. So maybe you'll catch a nice. I think I saw that there's some kokanee salmon in there.
Whoa.
Brown trout, rainbow trout, your typical Colorado fish, and I think some bass are in there as well. It's like 10 minutes north of Ridgeway. It's not far.
Sweet.
So, you know how women are. They need all freaking 7 a.m. on to get ready for a 4:30 ceremony where us dudes can get ready at noon and be fine.
Yep, get it cranked out.
So, yep. We're actually we're the first with the photographer, so we have to be ready to roll right at 1 o'clock. So then we're like 1 to 2, and then the women, the bridesmaids and everything, the bride, they're from like 2 to 3, and we'll get to the or 2 to 3:30. I don't know. Either way, ceremony starts at 4:30. Cocktail hour start at 5. Reception starts at 6. Simple.
Keep it simple, baby.
Yep, my brother and CJ are going to be giving a speech, and same with Chelsea's maid of honor. Brock and CJ are co-best men, so that's why they get. There's 2 speeches, unless they just wanted to make it 1. I don't care. I know the dress, or not the dress, the attire is semi-formal, but I really don't care. Just don't look homeless.
Oh, I'm showing up in this and flip-flops.
Sweet.
T-shirt and flip-flops.
As long as it's not as homeless as the guy who yelled at me for bugling this past weekend. So.
Yeah, well, we've got the wedding pre-highlights out of the way. We can jump into the juicy details. So this is basically going to be a full episode now from probably here the rest of the way of hunt highlight for Brooks on his elk season. So,
yep.
I don't know. I guess we can get to the homeless guy eventually, unless you're just so excited you want to tell a story. But if there's anything that ties into it leading up to that, then let's say like we can just go, sequential from your first day to your last day, and as many details as you can remember to share.
So yeah, we'll save the homeless guy because that was on the last day. So, yeah, I think I was out there a total of 9 days. I was out there for a total of 9 days, which is about what I was at last year as well. But with the wedding, if we didn't have the wedding in September, I would still be out there right now. No questions asked.
Yeah.
Till the end of the season. But since we have the wedding, I kind of got no choice. So, so I was out there for about 9 days. First couple were on my own. Didn't really hear much. Granted, it was my first time alone hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of just, for me, I was just trying to learn, like, okay, like, what can and cannot do, what do I need to be thinking of,
right?
Stuff like that. Like, I don't want to, like, because I've gutted a fish, I've never gutted an animal before,
Mm-hmm.
and so I knew, like, well, shoot, if I shoot something, I mean, I was planning on shooting something, whether I was alone or not.
Yeah.
But I knew, like, if that happened and it went down, well, shit, I made sure I saved a YouTube video just to make sure I could just sit there and watch the YouTube video.
Yep.
And then nothing better than just learning on the spot, right?
Yeah, perfect.
So that was the first couple days. And I finally, the day that Aaron got there, that morning, I finally heard a bugle. I was like, okay, they're alive, they're here. They're not ghosts.
How many days into your hunts was that? Like 3?
That was day 3. Mm-hmm. Aaron got in that evening. I switched camping spots to him. He brought his campers, so I just tore my stuff down and went where he was, which is fine. Because, not gonna lie, first couple nights in a tent by yourself in the middle of the woods, it's honestly, I did not sleep well.
Yeah, a little nerve-wracking, huh?
A little nerve-wracking, and a lot of coyotes out there. I was hoping, like, the wolves didn't make it that far yet. I was reading that they haven't, so I was, like, hoping that they didn't just show up.
Yeah.
That would suck. Obviously, we got to worry about bears, but they're black bears. They're more scared of you than you are of them. Then they will charge here and there, and that's why I bought the 10 mil. And you got mountain lions, you got moose as well. I saw some really big moose there this past week. You got to be careful with those. They're usually harmless, but if you kind of get in their way, you piss them off, and it's not a good thing,
right?
Obviously. And so, yeah, I did not sleep well those first couple nights. Super wind. It was really calm one night, eerily calm. It was kind of creepy. Then the second night, it was super windy, so that was really hard to sleep then. I was in a tent. It was a Browning 5-person tent. It's actually a really nice tent, super tall, which is nice. That's why I got it, because I can stand up in it.
Mm-hmm.
Footprint wise, I want to say it was about 7 feet by 8 feet, so it wasn't terribly big footprint wise, but height wise, it was nice.
Yeah.
It's definitely more of a 1-season type of tent. It says 3 seasons, but not really.
Yeah, not super durable, probably not super warm.
Not warm. It's pretty durable. I will say that it's a pretty durable thing, but it's definitely not warm.
Yeah.
Too many vents, too many ways for air to get in, which is fine. I mean, it held up really well with the rain, which I was really impressed. I was like, okay, that's good at least.
Yeah.
I slept on a cot with a pad, sleeping bag, and then I was definitely hugging my AR for that first night, just in case. I did bring my AR out there. I was not messing around. I was like, something comes and tries to attack me, I got the AR. I know the 10 mil will work just fine, but I'm better aim with the AR if I don't know where the thing is. So
you get with Aaron, and you're in his camper that third night.
Yep. It was really really windy that first night, so the camper was kind of going back and forth. It was a stable camper. He's got a really nice camper, but it was kind of like you could feel the camper kind of. At some point, it kind of sounded like someone was like banging on the door. I'm like, oh, I'm going to shoot this guy. and so that night that Aaron got in, we were able to, once we got everything situated, we were able to go out for about an hour. We weren't like gonna try to get. I mean, obviously we would love to shoot something, but we weren't planning on it. We were just saying, okay, like let's check this one spot, see where we're at, see if we can find some elk for the morning, call it good, come back in the morning. And then right before, like we were bugling, or Aaron was bugling. I was still trying to figure out how to bugle, which it finally clicked on Friday. Before that, though, Aaron was bugling, cow calling, heard nothing, and then sunset was about 7:15, and then right about 7:05, he goes, all right, I'm just gonna go short bugle, and just short bugle, instant response. And we're like, it was kind of like a, hey, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Like type of bugle. Very short, very faint. It was definitely further away. We're like, okay, so they're here. And then so Friday comes along. We see some cows. We hear some bulls. And then I finally got my first bull to respond to a bugle for me. It finally clicked, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool," type of thing.
Nice.
Like it finally answered me, and so that was really cool. Nothing really serious happened Friday. Didn't get close on anything. Wind was kind of shifting left and right on us, so it was kind of tough. And then Saturday was kind of the big day. We missed. I shouldn't say we. Aaron missed a really nice 6x6 at about 7 a.m. in the morning.
Oh man! So is that? How'd you get to like finding that bull?
So we went back to the same spot. We went Thursday and Friday, and I was actually the one who called him because he wasn't answering to Aaron's bugles. He answered to mine, and he sounded at first kind of pissed off, only a little bit. It was like a very location / pissed off type of bugles, kind of the combination of both. And so we start running, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Not running, but like
Booking
moving
it. Yeah.
quick. We're booking. We got to get down the ridge we're on. We got to get up on another ridge because we can hear them on that ridge. So we get up there. Aaron's in front of me, probably about 50 yards, and I'm behind. And all of a sudden, like, we get up on the ridge, and Aaron's in front of me. He's kind of moving pretty quick. He gets behind this big rock, and it's a pretty good sized rock, and it's definitely a great one to hide behind, especially with the bull elk coming in. The bull is sprinting. I can see him from coming down the ridge sprinting into us, and I'm like, holy shit, here we go. This thing is pissed. It is bugling. It is pissed. He wants to fight. And Aaron's plan was he was going to go full draw behind the rock and then just wait for him to walk 5 yards, 10 yards away and then shoot, or beyond the rock and then shoot. Which he would have been 5, 10 yards away if we were just that much more patient.
Mm.
Everything happened so fast, and Aaron was like, I told him, like, hey, it's right there, it's coming. And he just got impatient, unfortunately, and he might listen to this, might not. He's still kicking himself about this, and peeked around, and the bull was about 10 yards away from the rock, and it barked at him and then jumped back, and then Aaron quickly cow called and bugled back, not cow called. He quickly bugled back, and it stopped right, I don't know, 55, 60 yards. Aaron said he held high, and I don't think because he had a 3-pin horizontal, a 20, 30, 40. Everything happened so fast, he kind of just had to guess the yardage.
Right.
And so he shoots, and I got video of it. He shoots, and if you listen to it, it sounds like it hits like a rock or a tree. And at first I'm like, oh, that arrow exploded, and then the elk turns and books it. When we look at the video, it looks like Aaron kind of clipped the back of its leg, but there was no blood. But you can see in the video when he's running down the ridge that his back right leg is kind of going wobbly to the right. So I don't know if he had a tendon or something or what. There was no blood. We saw that we found the tracks and followed the tracks, but there was no blood at all.
Huh.
So, and elk are so freaking strong that he probably didn't feel it and just didn't care and just booked it and just who knows how far.
Yeah.
So either he already been shot like that or Aaron clipped him like that. And it was just very unfortunate because that was one of the bigger bulls I've seen in real life.
Well, that's cool. You were able to call at him and get him to respond, and have that interaction, and kind of like feather in the cap that you're able to learn the call and figure out how to sequence and things like that. Whether it was like a full sequence or just like a couple of bugles. I mean, when it's starting to get around rut time and whatever, when those animals get fired up, whether it's deer, elk, turkey, whatever, when they're rutting, it might take very little just to get them going. Sometimes it takes a lot, but it just takes the right sequence to really fire up a buck, a bull, whatever. And so that's a really cool experience you had.
Yeah, it was awesome. That was definitely the closest that I've personally been with an elk like that. And that was minus, I guess you could 2 years ago, right after the season ended, rut was still going heavy, and I was an evergreen, and they were rutting hard on the golf course, and I probably got within 80 yards of this just bugle and bull he was a herd bull and so many cows. So that was my first experience seeing bulls do that.
Non-hunting scenario, but still.
Right, not hunting, but this is like first hunting scenario, satellite bowl type of interaction.
Yeah. What were you able to like get a pretty good gauge on like points, size? Was he? I mean, you've said he's a pretty good bull.
I would say he was. Aaron was guessing right around 290, 300.
Like a 5x5, 5x6,
So
6x6,
one of those,
somewhere in there.
Yeah, I could probably figure it out on the video if I really like zoomed in.
Yeah.
But it was definitely he was meaty too for sure. So he was a big boy.
Yeah, definitely not a raghorn, not a spike. Pretty good little bull.
Nope. Yep. And here in Colorado, for those who don't know, it has to be a 4x4 or more to be legal.
There you go.
So, which I mean, like you don't really want to shoot the spikes, you want them to grow.
Right.
And I know Utah has the spike hunt, which I haven't looked into it, why they do that. There's only like certain units that you can do that, I think.
It's got to be population management and herd quality management, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think it's dumb shooting the spike. The guy's just so young and let it grow, But if that's what they need to do out there, whatever, that's their deal. So, yeah, that was that happened at about 7:00. I think the video timestamp said about 7:06 in the morning. So pretty quick. Like we got to that spot right about 5:45.
Yeah.
And sun up wasn't even till first light wasn't even till like 6:10. So it was still pretty dark.
Yeah.
When we're walking down. So we're sitting there for we probably called him, I would say probably 6:45, 6:50. We started to get things going.
Yeah.
With them. Because for those of you who don't know, the place we were at, it's right outside. It's 511, so it's right outside Woodland Park. And I really don't care if I say the spot right now. I'm not going to say where, but it's right outside there. For being so close to town, it is very like the ridges are very steep.
Yeah,
it's kind of unsafe sometimes, like how steep the ridges are. So it makes for good hunting, but those bulls are just they're hunted so often, so they're usually pretty quiet there. We got very lucky that we were able to get one pissed off.
Yeah,
I think.
Nice.
So, and then Sunday kind of sucked. It was Saturday was the start of what was it? Muzzleloader season. So muzzleloader goes for 9 days here.
Yeah.
Saturday, week long, and then to Sunday. So today is the last day of. Is it? Yeah. Today's the last day of muzzleloader. So I guess muzzleloader's over now since it's dark.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of people there. People like yelling at each other, like from across ridges, like talking like humans. And I'm like,
what the heck?
This is ridiculous. So it's stupid, man. It's just public land hunting, just the unfortunate.
They were like yelling, like telling people to move because they were in their spot type deal, or
no, they were like, "Hey Jeff," or "Hey Todd," or "Hey this," "Hey that." Like they're like talking to, like yelling from ridge to ridge. I'm like, what are we doing? like shut up, guys. Like it was
wild.
So we just like, you know what? Like I was gonna plan on staying out a couple more days, but I was just like, you know what? I'm just like now, like the bulls are probably not talking at all. There's too much pressure. I'm just gonna go home for a couple days.
Yeah, bounce out for a little bit.
Yep, bounced for a little bit, and then came back on Wednesday with Ted.
There you go.
From Caribou Gear, and then nothing on Wednesday, and then Thursday. we woke up to a bugle about 5:15, like right below our campsite and on the ridge. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. And so we get ready really, really quick. And then we get out of the tents and it's almost first light. And I'm checking the wind, and the wind is not in our favor.
Mm.
And so we definitely lost that bull for sure. Like he was close, like super close. That was really cool.
How far away was this one from your other encounter that you had with Aaron?
I would guess he was probably 100 yards.
No, like
because
you were in one area hunting with Aaron, and then you were in a different area hunting with Ted. Like, were you like in the same area, or were you like?
Oh, completely different area.
Like miles away.
Probably a mile away from the other area, okay. I would say.
Gotcha.
So, yep. So we're like, oh, sweet. Like, this is going to be great. Then wind changed. We couldn't get any action right there. So we're like, okay, let's just go to the spot that we've been normally going to. There was hunters there already. So we're like, crap. So we find another ridge to walk out of, kind of in that same area, knowing that there's hunters there. And we just pretty much, those other hunters and us chase each other for the whole morning.
Yeah, you guys just calling at each other. And
Yep. And it was actually kind of funny. They drove by our camp, and I stopped and talked with them. I didn't say it was us or anything that they were messing, because I recognized the truck, and I was talking. He goes, "Yeah, we were on some," and then all of a sudden I was like, "Oh, dang it, it's hunters," because of the cow calls and everything. He goes, "Hey, yeah, that hunter's cow call, it sounded like a hoochie mama," and I was like, "Ooh, boy." He goes, "The bugle sounded great, which made no sense," and I was like, "Yes." So I got to work on my cow calls.
Lots of praises, lots of, as Caitlin would say, glows and grows. Your glows were your bugles, your grows. You need to grow in your cow calling department.
Yep,
that's awesome.
Exactly. So yeah, then that night we didn't really see anything as well. We saw a lot of sign, just nothing. And then Friday we saw nothing as well. It was very unfortunate. We did wake up. Okay, so Friday we did wake up to another bugle, which was cool. But I made a mistake. Woke up to another bugle. I should say woke up to another bugle. We heard another bugle while we were getting ready. I was so frustrated with other hunters that I just went over. Instead of just trying to figure out if that was an actual bull or a hunter, I just went over and started my truck up. And Ted goes, "What in the hell are you doing?" And I looked at him. I was like, "I don't even know." And shut the truck off. Yelled out a bugle. Sure enough, it was a bull, and I was like,
"Damn,
cool." Because you can kind of tell, like, if you bugle at a bull and it answers right away, probably 90% of the time that's an actual bull, because no hunter, unless they were like ready to go, would answer that quick. It was just like boom, that quick, and it was even further away. And I was like, so yeah, pretty much started off the day great, and then nothing the rest of the day.
Oh shoot.
And then we were packing up camp, and I'm just like, I'm gonna rip one more bugle, call it good. And I ripped one, and all of a sudden I hear, "Knock it off!" And I'm like, "Ted, it's the homeless guy down the road. He's telling me to knock it off." He starts laughing. He goes, "No way." I'm like, I just thought to myself, because that he's been there for a minute. You could tell just the way his campsite is designed. Like, he's been there for probably a few months, and no one has said anything. Because out there, dispersed camping in Colorado, it's 14 days and you have to move.
Mm.
And so I was debating on just calling CPW and being like, hey, this guy's been here for probably more than a month. You should probably go check on him.
Dang.
Just to kick him out of his own camp and be like, F you, dude. Like it's hunting season, man. Like that's also the unfortunate part of that area is, well, last year I don't remember. Maybe I was paying attention. I don't remember the homeless people there. This year there was a few homeless camps. You could tell they were homeless camps because they weren't hunters, and they were just by themselves. And I'm like, okay, these people are obviously homeless.
Yeah, not camoed out. No elk calls. No bows sitting out.
Yep. And that's the unfortunate part about public land being so close to town is you're going to get that, which sucks because like they get all pissed off at hunters,
Mm-hmm.
but hunters are just doing what they want to do because well it's hunting season, it's public land. Yeah, I'm gonna yell out bugles.
Right.
Like sorry, deal with it. So it's public land. You can't just tell people to stop doing what they're up there to do.
Yeah.
Like everyone has the right to that land. So I was like, whatever. I didn't call CPW or anything. I didn't want to waste the time. And
yeah, not worth it.
That was about it.
Dang.
So,
well, that's a wrap on 2025 elk season, huh?
Yeah, it was. I was actually kind of debating of trying to get out there next week out in in Montrose area because over-the-counter unit there, I don't think Chelsea would be too happy with me about that.
Nope, you'd be in trouble. You would be in trouble.
Yep, and you know what? It's okay. I still got out. I got some good experience.
Yeah.
I have yet to pull back my bow on an elk, but I will get there. It will be next year. No matter what, it will be next year. I will pull back. I never said shoot. I said pull back.
There you go. So, so the rest of the elk season, you can't go out with a bow?
What do you mean?
Like, there's over-the-counter tags, like rifle. You can't go out like with a bow during rifle season? Do you know?
I don't think so. Because the way they have it set up, it's like the hunt code that you have, like, let's see. Like, so this is my deer archery tag for Unit 104 out here in the plains of Colorado. It's an October through December tag. Its season dates are October 1st through the 24th, November 5th through the 30th, and then December 15th to 31st. So I can shoot an either sex deer in any of those, but the code is DE. So D is for deer, E is for either sex, and then 104 is the unit number, and then 01 or 01, I think. 01 or 01. I think it's a 01, which is, I guess, the season they call it. I guess first season. I don't know why they put 01 for that one. And then A, as in archery, is your choice of take.
Yeah.
So, like, if it was a rifle tag, it would be those same codes, but with an R at the end. So same thing with, like, over-the-counter. Like, it's an over-the-counter rifle tag. You can only take that animal with a rifle, I believe.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong, but I would assume that's the case since that's the hunt code for it.
Gotcha. Yeah, because, I mean, like, deer out here, you can go, like, you have your archery season where it's archery only across the state or across the unit, whatever. And then once muzzleloader starts, it's muzzleloader, but archery is still open. Like, you can still harvest with archery equipment. And then once rifle opens, it's rifle season, but you can still harvest with archery equipment. And it's listed. It's listed as such, so like it's pretty black and white. Like there's no having to guess whether or not you can, because it says, like when you look at the archery season, dates, it'll tell you like September 27th through there's like a youth day in there somewhere, and so it goes up until like the day before that youth weekend, and then it starts back up that Monday after youth weekend, and then it goes throughout the rest of the year. And there might be 2 youth weekends, or maybe just the one. Anyways, for archery, it tells you those are your dates for archery technically. And then muzzleloader, it starts, a couple weeks after archery opens, and then it has that same youth weekend off. And then same with rifle, it starts at a certain point, and then it has that youth weekend off, and then it picks back up until January 9th or something like that, is whatever it was last year. It's like the first Sunday or second Sunday of the month of January, something like that. But it'll tell you, like, for when you look at your art, at least in Tennessee, it'll tell you, your archery tag is good from September 27th all the way through January, whatever, with those couple breaks in there based for youth weekend or whatever.
Okay.
But that, like I said, that's just Tennessee. So that's just a different thing. Like Kansas was like that, where you could hunt with archery equipment no matter which season it was. So like when it was rifle season, you could still hunt with a bow. Louisiana was like that. So I think most states are like that, but I do know like Colorado has those different tags and they're labeled a certain way. So I don't know how that works for Colorado.
Oh, here, let me look. Can you hunt with a bow during rifle season in Colorado? Oh, at least, let's see. So, okay, so AI says, yes, you can hunt with a bow during Colorado's rifle seasons for big game if you have the correct license and follow the regulations, which include wearing fluorescent orange or pink above the waist and on your head. You must have a license that is valid for the specific rifle season you are hunting in, and you can use a bow as your method of take. All right, then.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a chance. This rule applies to hunting big game species such as deer, elk, pronghorn, bear, and moose. Moose would make sense because, like, I think you can pick which one you do for moose for sure.
Yeah.
Because moose is a once in a lifetime.
Speaking of which, one of our family friends, he just harvested a bull moose in Colorado a couple weekends ago. So he was putting in. I'm wanting to get him on the podcast because he lives up in Wyoming now. He's like 2-3 doors down from my dad up in Wyoming, and so I would love to have him on and tell his story of, obviously he put in for 28 plus years or whatever it was, and he finally drew this tag, and I'd love to get his story of hunting that moose. So, because
absolutely, that's awesome.
Like you said, it's like once in a lifetime in Colorado that you don't get that tag. So,
yep.
But anyways,
you'll have to have him on. That's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah. Anyways, going back to you, if there's a chance that you can get an opportunity, a handful of days here or there, but it's rifle season. I'm not saying you need to go out and buy a rifle and do all that to get one. If you can get a tag and as long as you're legal and go out with your bow, like you said, you'll have to wear the orange or whatever. But I do that all deer season here when it's rifle season. It's the same thing. Like muzzleloader and rifle, you got to wear fluorescent orange during those. And so, yeah, I think if you get a chance, maybe.
Yeah.
That's a whole different deal though. Like that might be like a couple day trips, or you get a better tent or camper or something like that. Because wintertime especially up in the mountains, that's a whole different beast.
Yeah, it is a whole different beast. We'll see if I can even get a tag, like, because I want to say over the counter for rifle here in Colorado is still an A-list tag, and I've already burnt my A-list with the archery tag.
Mm.
So it would have to be a B-list or a C-list tag. So it would just have to be a cow if I go elk, which is fine. I really don't care. Like bull or cow, doesn't matter to me. So I'll have to look into it. I know first season I'll be going up with Ted Senior to hunt his bull elk for first season rifle. And another thing, the seasons here for rifle are super short too.
Yeah.
It's not like it goes from, like, I know it goes certain date, but I'm sure it's a little bit longer in Tennessee than it is here in Colorado.
It is. It's like November through January, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, Colorado, it's essentially 4 weeks out of the year.
Yeah.
Is rifle.
Right.
About 1 week or less per season.
Yeah, they haven't split up. It's like first rifle, second rifle, third, fourth, whatever. And it's like,
and second and third are the over the counter rifles.
Gotcha.
So, yep. So I'll have to look into that. More than likely, I'll probably have to try to get something off the leftover list. Which, good luck with that. It's a shit show in itself. So
yeah,
we'll see. Maybe
worth a look if it gets you a chance to to hunt some more and be able to hopefully, like you said, at least draw back on an elk, or better yet, harvest one. That'd be sweet.
Yep.
So
I'm excited for the deer tag. It's I'll go on my buddy's property for that one, and it's enough to hunt. The land is, so it's just getting one. So
yeah, that'll be sweet. We'll have to do like the word I was looking for the wedding preview. The early highlight. I was going for preview. I've been struggling with words lately. It has been there's a long story behind the scrambled egg that is my brain. The last like 2 weeks, but regardless, words have been really difficult for me. So the word I was looking for was preview for the wedding, but we will do a deer hunting preview for you at some point. You said it's in October, so I mean it's actually kind of coming up when you're able to hunt your deer.
It is actually, it's coming up quick. Yeah. October 1st is day one. Yeah. So if I get one day one, there we go.
Done, over with. I'll be happy. Quick. No, it's like archery deer for Tennessee. Not the non-velvet season opens. I've been giving you grief that you had the wedding on opening day of deer season in Tennessee, but like that is legit. The 27th, which is this week. We're recording on the 21st, and so like we're 6 days away from deer season in Tennessee. So like it's here.
Coming up. It's here. It's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, which leads me to say October is 3 days after that, 4 days after that. So like October 1st is a Wednesday, that next Wednesday. So like it's deer season's basically here for you as well. Like it's 6 days away for me, and 7 and change for you, 10 days away. So it is here. It's go time.
It's go time, baby. It's here. You guys get what? You get 2 buck tags, and how many does per day?
So in our unit, it's 3 does per day. Yeah, or antlerless. So it's not necessarily does, but antlerless. Yeah. So, and antlerless, like technically, if you were crazy enough, you could go get like a really small buck, because I think it has to be like if it's 3 inches or less or something like that per antler, then it's technically considered antlerless. And so like you can kill a really small spike, which is basically like a yearling fawn buck, and like just didn't grow horns very good, as a 1.5-year-old, and
Uh-huh.
you can harvest that, and it, as long as it's not over that length minimum, then you can classify that as an antlerless, and you get 3 of those a day if you want.
Hey, if it's brown, it's down.
basically, I think the rule on the buck though is you only get 1 buck per day. Like, so you can't take both bucks for the year in the same day.
Oh,
And so,
okay.
which whatever. Not very many people I think are going out there trying to take down 2 bucks in a day to be done and over with in a day. So
I don't think that's. I mean, just with how good those whitetails' senses are, I don't even think that could even be possible.
yeah, I don't
Those
know.
are stupid.
I do not know, but no, I mean, I guess for the last 10 minutes, I don't know. Well, any other thoughts on the elk hunting for you this year? If you don't get to go out again for at any other point, any thoughts for you on your own hunting experience?
Um, I thought it was a lot of good experience taken in. Um, I wish I could be out there for more days, of course, but the wedding is kind of first priority right now.
Oh yeah,
So
but that's worth it.
It's worth it, yeah. So, um, I mean, overall, like I thought it was a good season. It felt so short, just because of the amount of days I was out there. But even though it was a good season, like not many people get to say they go out for 9 days or something like that. I said,
Yeah,
a lot of them are just weekend warrior types, and I was lucky to get out for 9. So
right.
I'm happy, and it just keeps me hungry for next year, and just that I will get that elk, and it'll be next year, and I'm gonna be ready. I know for one fact, physically, I'm gonna be in a much better shape next year. I've signed up to work with someone to get my not my working out's not an issue with me. It's getting my nutrition right and my cardio right.
Okay.
So I signed up with a guy for that. I'm looking forward to starting that in October, and that's going to run all the way till season next year. So I'm pretty pumped for that, and so I'll be in much better shape. I'll probably lose about 10, 15 pounds, which I really need, and I've noticed that a ton going up and down the mountain this year.
Mm.
Is okay. I need to lose weight. I got no choice. Because I'm 6'2", 230, and yeah, it's a lot of it's muscle, but my cardio sucks, and carrying that extra weight sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah. And other than that, like, hey, it was a great season. I'm looking forward to hopefully harvesting a deer for sure. I'm definitely going for a buck.
Yeah.
Not going unless I'm like last day, like then I'll go for a doe. But there's so many out in the area I'll be going. There's so many big bucks that I'm like, okay, I'm going for a buck.
Yeah. May as well
So,
go for it.
yeah. Yep. And I got a long time to use that tag, so that helps too.
Yeah.
But
nice.
yep,
Well,
that's mine.
I'm glad you got to, practice your bugling, and you were able to have that interaction with a bull, which like from your bugles, and not just like experiencing it like third person of like, oh, somebody else bugled, you got a live bull to bugle, and you got to watch it. Like you actually got to be involved in it, which is like it's a step in the whole, or like another rung on the ladder of like you're climbing your way up through the like experiences of elk hunting. So it's like super cool that you got to do that. And going into next year, like just it was funny, we joked about it going into season, like you didn't really practice all that much about on like the elk calling side of it. And so like going into, from like you said, for like your personal side of it, your health and nutrition and cardio side of it, you can also look at like, okay, I need to practice my cow calling especially, or like work on the bugling. And like, every time you're in the car going to and from places, like just throw a call in and work on it type deal. which it's always so much easier said than done. Sometimes like you just want to get in the truck and get home and like not even think about it, which obviously we all have those days, but once a week, a couple times a month, work on some calls. And
yeah, I think that's one thing I'm really gonna lean into is the calling as well, because it finally started to click as season progressed, which was nice. But I know it could be so much better. It was like I'm very what's the word, very raw when it comes to calling.
Yeah.
Like there's some like I would do it, and then like Aaron or his buddy Jared would be like, hey, that's actually a really good bugle. Just do this, this, and this. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm really, because like there's the like you have to like kind of growl and then lead into it, and that's the part I struggle with is the growl. That I'm still struggling with, but like the actual like bugle itself, it's pretty decent as long as I can keep that same pitch and not switch pitches. Because there was a couple where I'd be like, and you'd be freaking pitches, and I'm sure the elk were like, "Who's this retard?" They're like, "I'm not answering to that." Right. So,
and then just learning other types, like or sequences. There's the chuckle and the cow calls and the different types of cow calls, and there's the calf calls and when to use each one, and how to sequence them together, where you can go calf, cow, bugle, cow, what I don't even know, but like how you can sequence those together, and then like situationally like understand like, okay, if this is the bull is way over here and they're not really doing much, and what type of call do they give me, what sequence am I going to give it to try to get it respond. And I think that's on the calling side of it, from my point of view, would be a good place to perfect that more going into next year, which you've got basically 12 months.
Yep, got 12 months to figure it out.
Which sucks.
And
which really sucks, because I want to get back out there and do it. I want my chance again.
I know, I really do. But dude, it's gonna be here before we know it again.
Yeah.
And because we have the rest of the year, and it's mostly hunting season for everybody. But January's gonna hit, and it's gonna be show season. And then May is going to hit, and then it's going to be archery shoot season. And the next thing you know, September's here again. Boom, we're going.
Yeah, right.
Full tilt.
For sure.
So I'm definitely going to put myself into the calling contests next year and really try to challenge myself with that. And get in front of people and actually do it in front of people, not just a couple buddies of mine who I'm hunting with, like actually getting in front of people who know what they're doing when it comes to out calling.
Yeah. I mean, having just a little bit of confidence going into that obviously helps. But then, if you go through your sequence and then no matter how good or bad you do, like if there's somebody that is better than you and they are like, hey, that part was really good, like now you can do this, and it's like, oh, I never thought about that, or like how to do, like, oh, can you teach me how to do what you're talking about, because I've never, like the people I know don't know how to, so like I agree that would be helpful, can you show me? So more people the better on that, I would think. So that'd be good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So I wonder if I could, like, I don't know if I could or not, just because I'll be working the Caribou Gear booth. Maybe I can try to get into at least one of the elk calling contests at one of the big shows. Maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh.
So
find a way, I guess.
Gotta find a way. So
well, shooting, if you're representing Caribou Gear, it'd probably be even better if you go out there and just start being a badass elk caller, and people are like, hey, that Caribou Gear guy, I'm gonna go buy one of their game bags or whatever.
Yeah,
one of their mini products.
And yeah, that too. It was honestly it was my first time hunting with Ted too, and then he didn't have a tag or anything because he's got his rifle tags, so he couldn't get an over-the-counter archery, and he was helping me out a ton just with like different situations, and like like, hey, you like don't like yes, that was fine, but try this instead. And that was kind of nice to have kind of a coach in a way to be there with me next to me during the whole thing, and he'd be like, okay, Brooks, it's 6 o'clock it's 6 p.m. right now. If we go this way, are you confident we can get out of here before dark? And I like thought about it, and I was like, yeah, probably not. He goes, okay, then we're not going this way.
Right.
He goes, pick another way.
Yeah, that's definitely nice to have something or somebody there with a little more experience on that side of things.
Yeah, and I mean, Ted's freaking hunted Alaska a ton, so he knows. So like, if you can hunt Alaska, you can hunt pretty much anywhere.
Right, for sure. Well, that's good. Hopefully, Ted can get one this year, and or at least whatever he harvests this year, if he's able to harvest, have him on to tell some hunting stories from this year. And I'd love to get his perspective on hunting with you and being your coach for that one weekend.
Yeah. They'd be like, this guy's an idiot.
This guy started his truck when he had a bull Bugle.
I'm still punching myself. I was so defeated after that mentally. And it kind of goes back to what we talked about before about the mental game of hunting is like I told myself like, oh, I'm like mentally I'm going to be okay. But then you make a mistake like that and you're just like, holy crap, that's probably my only opportunity for the whole day, especially on public land.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Dang it.
Yeah, it is what it is. Learn and move on.
At least we can laugh about it. Not so distraught over it.
I was pretty distraught for a little bit there.
I bet.
When it first happened, I was like, oh, dang it.
Yeah.
So.
No,
but.
So, I guess that'll wrap it up on elk. I'll give a quick preview. I'll try to keep it short. I mean, there's really nothing too grand to share. I've been getting some action on my trail camera, on my cellular. The one camera I had put up a couple months ago, we went in and checked it yesterday, and something didn't work right. Like the battery, it like wasn't receiving power. Like the battery wiggled loose or something like that, and so it had taken like 5 pictures of us like setting it up and like leaving, and then it wiggled loose and stopped working. So there were no pictures there. I know that there's deer in that area because that's where I hit that buck last year, and I know that the deer go through there. It was more just like curiosity, inventory, like, and maybe getting some sort of idea of if they're daylighting right now, or like more recently. But so we don't know any information on that side of it. But I'm still gonna hunt that area, probably only on the weekends, and then the spot where my cellular camera's at, there's been a couple pretty good bucks come by there, and so I'm pretty excited about that. And so I went in there and moved it on like Wednesday this past week, and so just to get a better idea of like what direction they were coming from, I moved it more in that direction because where it was sitting, I didn't have any shooting lanes. Like it was just on a trail or like a small trail that led into a field, and there was like no place to sit, no shooting lanes. And so it was like, okay, I need to go to a spot where is along the same trail that they have been using to go by me or by that spot where the camera was, but in a spot where I can actually hunt from it, like near that camera. So then I have an idea, okay, they're passing by that area that I can have a shooting lane at a certain time, and whether it's shooting light or not, just to get a better idea. And so far I haven't seen those same deer, but I hadn't seen them for like the week prior anyways, so it's not like I lost the deer, or like I went to a spot that they weren't coming through. I've had a few does come through on this new spot, and actually a lot of turkey. Like they're coming through daily in daylight, so there is a chance. There's a fall season for turkey, for archery that overlaps with deer, and so there could be a chance that I'm up in a tree and can shoot a tom from a tree. That would be pretty cool.
Heck yeah, that'd be cool.
But yeah, so for me personally, I mean, where I am planning to hunt like the most I can't even hunt on opening day anyways. So my opening day really is like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that following week anyways. So like I'm not really missing anything on where I'm like really wanting to hunt the most. So yeah, that's I mean, once season hits for me, I'm gonna be in there probably once a week, if not 3 times a week, in one of the 2 spots or areas. I've kind of decided I don't want to hunt the same exact small section back to back times that I hunt, and so I don't know, bounce around a little bit, not too far, but like once I get an idea of like where the deer are, then maybe I'll break that rule. But I'm gonna bounce around, and I'm gonna be posting quite a bit more on YouTube. Probably gonna do more like vlog style of like going into the field or going to my location, then in the tree, then do just quick edits and post them the days that I hunt. So look for that on the YouTube side of it. Full Fletch on YouTube. So that's my preview. We're going. It's we're 1 week out basically from when I'm gonna start hunting. So I'm excited.
It's exciting time.
Oh yeah,
I'm excited for you. You're gonna get $2 this year, and you get 3 does each day. It's gonna be great.
If I ever get a chance to have 3 does in a day, I would like lose my mind, because that's crazy. I haven't seen that many does probably in a day, and let alone in shooting range. And the 2 years I've lived here, 2 seasons I've lived here, so that would be impressive. But no, I'd love to have $2 on the year.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I think you'll do it. So
well, I appreciate your faith in me. So, all right, man. Well, that'll pretty much wrap it up. You got any closing thoughts?
Nope. I think I'm good. Now it's time to get ready for a wedding.
Yeah, let's go get you married. We'll see you in about 5 days, 6 days, something like that. We'll see you next Saturday.
We'll see you on Saturday.
All right. Well, appreciate you guys listening and watching. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you guys.